Hey there guys, just thought I'd do a quick review of two phones here. My old phone, my Google Nexus S, which is running on Gingerbread. Something the new one does not have. The new one is my Sony Xperia Ion. And I just like to go over it because I've actually gone back to using my old phone for just a few reasons, even though it is much less powerful. Let's see what they are. Okay, one main reason that I just don't like the new bigger phones is they just feel too big in your pocket, and when you're doing yard work and stuff, it's just, you feel like you're gonna break it for one. And that's why I went back to the Nexus S. So I am using that, just daily use, plus battery life. Like these big old phones, like sure, this thing has like a 1.5 gigahertz processor and like a gig of RAM and, dedicated video and all that fun stuff. It's awesome. It's even got a HDMI out port on the side, so you can hook this right up to your TV with the Sony Bravia engine. Quality of the picture on this thing is just amazing. On video, I don't really have any video I can show you right now. But yes, the entire size of the screen on a new phone is just unneeded. Like, this is 4.6 inches, I think, across. Most phones are about 4.6, 4.7. My thumb does reach across, but when you're playing games and stuff, this thing does start, just get annoying with how far you can reach your thumb. So I find myself holding it and then using both hands, where this one, if I'm outside and I have gloves on or whatever, I can just pull it out of my pocket and it's in my hand. This is actually a neat little trick I figured out a while ago. Is just take like a mini DV tape case and pop it in there, and you got yourself a nice little phone holder for whatever phone. But of course, this guy does not fit. You're gonna have to go find yourself an old cassette tape box or something, or VHS tape, or Jesus, who knows. What does come with this phone? Usual shit. Big old charger, the biggest cell phone charger I think I've ever seen. Just that, and then earbuds, which brings me to another little qualm I have with this phone. The sound quality, although it's decent, it's not that good. Especially the speaker on the back, it's not as loud. It actually has a warning that comes on, so you can't go above a certain volume. You have to tell it that you have to go through and like change the settings so you can alter the volume. Although this is like a 2-year-old phone now, the sound quality on this thing, mind-blowing. It's just awesome. It's one of the best sounding phones for listening to music, which is what I do pretty much all the time on my phones. And the Nexus blows that thing away when it comes to sound quality, both on the earbuds and that. And just for another size comparison, that's a Sony Ericsson Experia X10, which is, I had this phone for a year or so before I had that one, so this is really old. But this is, one of the original designs of the Ion, I guess. This is, you would think the Ion would actually be a better build quality, but I actually believe this old X10 from like probably 2010 has better build quality and actually better design than the Ion. You see, it's got like nice shiny sides, and it's all roughed up because it's been old, but like the volume rockers, like it's actually, you can feel it. It doesn't feel like a piece of shit. Where this one, it looks like they just kind of glued on 2 little pieces of plastic to the side of the island for the volume and the power. They just look so cheap, and they feel cheap too. Like it just pisses me off, man. Like, this is a new phone. You'd think a $600 phone would have a better build quality than that. And it's got nothing fancy. It's just a screen on the front. There's no bezel. There's no anything. It does have this nice back that picks up fingerprints and stuff. That's about the only saving grace. And it is pretty thin. I think this is the thinnest phone of the bunch. Even though it is a hell of a lot bigger, it is thinner. Yeah, and it's definitely going to be thinner than the X10. The X10 is pretty beefy. Yeah, so there we have it. We have 3 phones, and if I had to pick one of them, I'm still going to guess the Ion for everyday use. For the most part, just be careful with it. Don't break it. It is a very powerful phone. This is like basically the same guts as a Galaxy S3. The only difference is the screen and the video processor. Everything else pretty much the same. Same power, and she's a speedy little bitch. Okay, no, she's not a bitch. One last thing to consider, there is a Nexus, what is it, the 7? That's a good phone, so that's probably what I would have bought instead of this. So if I did have the chance to return this, I'd probably go out and get a Nexus 7 just because it's, you know, the predecessor to this. So it's actually just this, but bigger. And that's cool because I love the design of the Samsung. You can see this one is very well designed too. The back, you know, it's curved. It actually feels like a curved phone in your hand. I think that was one of its selling points, is because it's so comfortable in your hand. And they actually do that with the Nexus 7 as well, where they give it a little bit of a curve. The screen is a much higher quality. You're not going to scratch this or break this in any way or form. Where this, I'm not really sure if you can tell, but just right down by the compass icon there, I've already managed to scratch the screen in probably the course of, I haven't even used this for more than 2 weeks. So build quality versus fast, there you go. Go for that one. If you want reliability, I would say go for something Nexus. Anyways, that's Paradox Designs, just kind of going overview of some phones here. I'm just doing this because, you know, a couple of my friends are getting new phones, and I thought that I'd help them out and just give them a little overview of what you can and what's a good phone out right now. And I would probably go for the Galaxy S3 around here, or even an iPhone. I hate to say that, but if you're new to going from a BlackBerry or whatever, an iPhone is actually a pretty good choice. But besides that, Android market is just growing hugely, immensely. Like the S3 is going to be like the most popular phone this year, I bet. And with this being very similar, it's not that bad of a phone either. Anyways, that's it. Don't want to make this video too long. Personal preference, that's up to you. Like, what kind of phone do you guys want? You like the big honking ones you can watch movies on like that, or you like something a little bit more practical, like a Nexus S that actually fits in your pocket? You don't have to carry around a freaking purse. Yeah, okay, bye bye, and that's it.